I've started recording.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. My name is Carmen Medina. I am currently the Foundations Program Coordinator at Higher Colleges of Technology in Dubai, at Dubai Men's Campus. And I have also recently been appointed Academic Advisor for the e-learning community, this wonderful initiative by a team of teachers led by Dr. Randa. The goals of the e-learning community include organizing ongoing professional development events such as this one, providing a venue for institutions to showcase their technology-based resources and products, hopefully to publish e-learning newsletters and publications periodically, provide consultancy for educators, parents, students on learning technologies, and to expand e-learners networks through digital marketing and so forth. And I'm very proud to have been asked to, and very privileged to have been asked to belong to this community. Thank you very much, Dr. Randa and the team. So without further ado, I'm going to start with today's session. I am going to close my video and share my screen, okay? Okay, can everyone see the title of today's presentation is Nearpod, an engaging tool that does it all for you. And, okay. So in today's session, I am going to give you a generic view of Nearpod and take you through some of the tools that I have used to create a Nearpod for this session, as well as, in the end, trying to get you to sign up for Nearpod as a teacher and to create your own Nearpod. And I will give you my email in case you don't have enough time but would like to send it to me so that I can have a look at whatever it is that you create. So first of all, this is the Nearpod logo. Okay, so if you simply Google Nearpod, you can sign up for it. And on its website, it boasts to be transforming teaching and learning experiences through technology with relevant 21st century skills and content. However, Nearpod is much more than just a digital tool. It is a whole community of like-minded individuals who share their expertise, their best practices, and of course, their trials and their errors. I myself am a newcomer to Nearpod and have only just started to discover it at a surface level. And hopefully, in the near future, I hope to become Nearpod certified and continue to learn and share my classroom experience. As I mentioned before, Nearpod is a community. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel. You can become a member of the Nearpod Educators group in Facebook. You can follow the Nearpod Facebook page, and you can also follow them on Twitter. This is the aspect that Nearpod has once you sign up for it. Of course, because of the slideshow space, the toolbar is divided in two sections, but it provides a variety of pre-made, fully interactive lessons that have developed subject matters by experts, and you can import a lesson. You can adapt it to your context by adding, deleting, or updating the content. Teachers can synchronize their lessons to all participant devices, and it's a very flexible and user-friendly tool. And you can deploy your lesson simultaneously to everyone, regardless of the device that they're on, be it a phone, a computer, or an iPad. And the teacher will monitor the progress as the class goes on. So in how it works, Nearpod itself offers a variety of YouTube training videos. In Explore Lessons, you can have a look at what is already created on Nearpod, and this is what I was telling you about before, the lessons that were already developed. And in schools and districts, well, depending on the package that you have more access or less access. And then if you click on students, you'll see where it says enter code. That is the code that is produced after you create your Nearpod as a teacher, and you give the students the code, and that's where you start. And the 3 bars on the side that you can see on the right deploys this drop-down menu, and you have more options there. So these are the different categories of Nearpod. I would suggest that at the beginning you would sign up as with the free version and toy around with it, and if you see that it meets your expectations and your context and you find it useful, then you try to convince your institution perhaps to get a district or a more developed package. But even if you just stick to the free version, it offers an awful lot of interactive tools that you can work with. So once you sign up for Nearpod, this is the first screenshot that you will see, and when you click on Add Slide, you will see these 3 main menus. In Add Content, it will open and it will include ready-made templates like PowerPoint slides. It will include 3D objects that are already created within the Nearpod tool. You have virtual reality visits and so on. Within the web content, you will be able to incorporate a URL of your choice. The difference between the videos that you find in the Add Content section and the Add Web content is that the ones in Add Content have already been PG rated, so they are appropriate for children, for instance, and for young adults. Whereas if you as an educator would like to include and have already found materials that are appropriate for your context, and you would like to add them straight from the web, it offers that possibility as well. And then finally, Add Activity is where you create your gradable exercises and where you can monitor your student progress. The first menu, Add Content, offers different options. As you can see, you have slides. As I said before, they are slides that are already incorporated within the Nearpod tool. It offers 3D objects. This PHET simulation is physics education technology, and it offers ready-made math and science activities that range from elementary to high school. The graphing calculator offers a variety of graphs, and it also has a 3D graph possibility. The VR field trips, I've created one in the session that we'll see in just a minute. And then you have, as I said before, BBC videos, and they are documentaries, basically. And Sway is like a PowerPoint, but it's more interactive than PowerPoint, and it is Microsoft based. Then you can upload your own slideshows and then adapt them to Nearpod. You can add videos, you can add audios, and you can also upload a PDF, and you even have the opportunity of incorporating a live Twitter stream. This is the section where I said before you can add your web content, and you transfer the URL directly from the internet. In Add Activities, here is where you find the diverse assessment tools that Nearpod has to offer. I know that this is a lot of information in record time, but hopefully once we see the Nearpod that I've created for this session, everything will become clear. As you can see, there are diverse tools that range from open-ended questions to matching quizzes. It has a drawing tool for younger students. It has the possibility of collaborating, and this is like a wall. If you know Padlet or Linnet, it's very similar to that. You can create polls. It has fill in the blanks, and it has memory tests, which are also like 2 cards where you like flashcards. So as you can see, it is very flexible and very dynamic. And this is where we would go to Nearpod, where we would enter the code. So now I am going to stop sharing this screen, and we are going to go to Nearpod and have a look. All right, so as a teacher, we would have created this lesson, right? This is very flexible. These are the slides. I've taken a selection of different options so that we could see as many as possible, right? It's very flexible in the sense that I can move them around, as you can see. And once you deploy it, then the students follow, and you are always in control. You can go backwards or forwards, or you can stop, and depending on the questions you receive from the students and how the classroom is progressing. And as you can see, it's very flexible for differentiated learning as well. Okay, so I am going to proceed to preview, and we're going to start. Okay, it may take a little bit. Okay, sorry, it didn't start from where I wanted it to start. Just hang on. Okay, so this would be the introduction, the first slide. As you can see, I've incorporated word art with some of the characteristics of a Nearpod, okay? And there are different slides with different templates. I just thought I'd include this one so that you could have a look. And this is an example of a 3D. I thought I'd include this. You see, you can move the screen, and you can actually see as if you were a car that was driving through. And you can move it around, okay? And this is the virtual reality tour. I think that those of you in Kuwait might be familiar with this view.
I think it is in Kuwait City on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this actually exists within Nearpod. And as a teacher, you can stop it. You can go back if you want to talk about some part of the picture. You see, it's fabulous.
36,
yep.
360.
Yeah. It's wonderful. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time. This is a BBC video that I've uploaded, and I just want you to hear it so that you can see the quality of it. It's astounding. You see? This is, sorry? This is a listening activity.
We can't hear.
Sorry?
We cannot hear the activity.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that it may be because of it's, I guess because we're online, but you can hear it loud and clear. There's no interference once it's deployed as an activity. I'm sorry about that. But okay, so this listening I've taken from a website that is called ELLLO. It's English Listening Library Online, and the beauty of it is that I can incorporate the listening, and then I can see that is the logo of this.
What is it called, Carmen?
ELLLO, English Listening Library Online. Okay, and this is the tape script that goes with the listening that I have included in this Nearpod. So as you can see, you can play around with incorporating many different materials and make the class very engaging and very diverse. And the English Listening Library Online includes videos. It also includes a variety of listenings. I think there are over 1,000 different listenings, and they're graded. And the people that participate in the listening activities are from all over the world with a variety of different English accents. And as you can see, you have the script, you have a vocabulary, activity, and you also have a quiz. So it's very complete. Okay? So, like I said before, you can not only use the materials that are within the Nearpod, but you can also upload your own materials. For instance, this is, because we were on the environment, I thought that I would include a website with information. So yeah, you can include outside materials as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Great. Am I going too fast? Okay, so these are different questions that you can ask, and these are the assessment activities that we're going to have a look at now. So you would include your information here. This would be a matching activity, okay? So you match the different, it's like a flashcard activity where you can match, and you can create anything. It doesn't have to be pictures, it can be words as well. So you can have phonetics activities and so forth. Then, this is what I mentioned before about there being a wall, so you could ask a question like I did here, and then the students would leave their responses on the wall. Okay? This is a drawing tool, and for younger learners, you can draw whatever. Okay?
You can only share it with you or with his colleagues?
No, this is shared with the whole class. And the teacher, as the session progresses, can control what the pace that you're going at. Okay, so, and I can go back anytime as well. So if there's something that wasn't clear here, I can go back to it, and then I can move forward. Okay? And this is a poll. These are very interesting as well. So you can ask questions and ask them to follow different polls on different, for instance, we were talking about deforestation, well, and the environment. So do you think that Kuwait is following environmental rules? Yes, no, and you can have the students interact and participate with you. Okay, how am I doing for time? This is a fill in the blanks activity. This is wonderful because you can take the information directly from an internet article. This I took from one of the newspapers. I copied and pasted it, and then you drag and drop. So teachers are responsible for weighing. Anybody?
This is fantastic.
So this is like fill in the blanks?
Yeah, it's like fill in the blanks, and you see? And I just move them. Okay? Yeah, yeah. Teachers are responsible for weighing into knowledge of where students are academically, where they need to go and gain insight about, you see?
Yeah.
Okay, and then once you're done, okay, you can correct it, and you can help students. You can ask the students, for instance, okay, so which you don't think that this goes here, so maybe this is going to go down here, or it is going to come here. This one might go there, and you can play around with the different options, and you can help the students to go over grammar activity, or you may use prepositions and so forth, depending on what material you're working with at the time. Okay? And then you have a quiz. And this quiz I created for the participants to know whether or not you were following me and you were listening. Like, can you include a YouTube video? Yes or no?
Of course, yes.
Can you add slides? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you add audio?
Yes.
And finally, is Nearpod adaptable to your context?
Yes.
I think that is very flexible. Okay, and okay, so submit. And here is where we come to the exciting part. Now it's your turn. Okay, so if you will please go to Nearpod and sign up as a teacher with the free version. Okay, I'd like you to try, if we have enough time, to create your first Nearpod. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, we have time.
You have time? Great. Well, have fun creating a Nearpod. I'm going to open my video again, and I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. And so I've opened the floor for questions. If you would like to ask any questions, if you don't want to ask the questions live, you can always type them in and I'll answer them from the chat box.
Can we connect directly to your class lesson, or shall we make our own?
You can create your own class.
And also join yours.
Yes, you can join mine. All I have to do is give you my code. Once I deploy, because what you do is you create the class, and once you've created the class, you deploy it. When you deploy it, that is when you make it live, okay, you have two options. You can make it live to work with the class right now, or, which is wonderful as well, because you can use the Nearpod as a self-assessment tool, or even as autonomous learning, because it also can be open as self-paced. So you can create a lesson for, say, students that are having difficulty. If we're, for instance, let me see, we are working on the past, and there is a student that is having difficulty with knowing how to use the regular past and the irregular past. Well, you can create a mini lesson just for that student, and you can offer the Nearpod as a self-paced so that the student can go in and work at his or her own pace.
Yeah, it's a place for students to work on their own pace.
Yes.
So what are we doing now? We're joining your class? Or
No, I'd like you to create your own, if you can, and share it. Can you share it? I'd like to ask, are the participants on their own device? Because if they're on their own device, they can share it with us.
Yes, we are.
Great.
On device. Yes. Are we supposed to click sign up for free?
Yes, you can. Yeah, of course, sign up for free. Don't pay. Not yet. Just discover it first, because if you're interested and it works for you, you can create your first Nearpod lessons. And another thing is, once we finish here, because you know we have the time limitation, you can go back into Nearpod and you can follow the videos. There are so many videos that help teach you, and it has a little chat bot as well, and you can ask the tutor. There's a tutor, and you can ask the tutor questions, and they can offer you help as well. And the quiz scores, yes, they're sent to you. And not only that, but there are options in which, if you want, for instance, sometimes you know how students are very competitive, and maybe you're doing some activity where you want a little bit like Kahoots, you know, where you see the competition and you can see who's scoring more, who's scoring less, and so forth. Well, you can also share those options, and the students can see the progression. So the lesson can actually be anonymous, in the sense that the students' names are not there, or the teacher can control the option to show the scores, and so that students can see the progression. But all of this appears on the Nearpod itself.
So right now we make each one.
If you can, I know that we only have 10 minutes, but as you ask me questions, and you can ask me questions and you can work on it as well. I was going to share. Let me see.
Okay, so right now me and Hamna registered. So
Me too.
Yeah? Oops.
Mohammed registered, Hamna registered, and registered. So
Okay, great.
how do you see us?
Oh, Okay, so just send me your link. If you deploy it, okay, when let me see, let me show you. Okay, this is the Nearpod. Okay, I am going to leave. Okay, so when you save and exit, yeah. Okay. This is as if I've just finished creating the lesson. I've saved and I've exited, right?
Yeah, there was a previous.
Can you see it? Can you see that I've just saved? Okay, so now I have two options. I have live session and I have student paced. As I said before, student paced is what you can use for autonomous learning or for reviews and so forth. But when you say live session, okay, it's going to give you different options. You can email a link, you can post it on social media, you can create a link, you can send it to Google Classroom, or you get this code here. And that's the code that you would share with me so that I could follow your classroom. And this is the code that I would share with you to follow my classroom. Is that clear?
Yeah, can we do
Yeah?
it?
Yeah, you can do it. You can, once you've created yours, you only need to create a couple of slides, and then once you create it as live session, you will receive a code like this one, and that is the code that you can share with us, and we can go into it. And if all else fails, you can ask me questions, and
Yeah, we're trying to.
yeah, if you can't share it, then you can just send it to me. Send me the code to my email. You're very quiet. You're not asking me any questions.
We're trying to make that class and join you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great.
The internet is no the iPad. What I'm doing, I'm printing for.
How are you doing? Is it working?
Yeah, it's working. It's we have joined.
Okay, great.
We got the option of creating lesson.
Okay.
Get to see the video, YouTube video as a demo.
Okay.
Now I joined your lesson.
Okay, great.
FIOGR.
Okay.
Can you
Oh, I can't hear you. Sorry.
FIOGR?
Just a minute. Have you joined it?
Yeah, it's just a slide, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Did it change?
Now you're, yeah.
Okay.
You can add text to the slides.
Yeah. Can you see the slides now?
Yeah. This
Okay.
is the 3D bridge.
Yeah, that's the 3D bridge. And, whoa, down at the bottom, okay, you have a question mark. And that question mark, you see, it can rotate object, and it gives you different options as to what you can do. Okay?
Oh, so Mohammed can do it from his side.
Yeah? Yeah, yeah.
That is great.
Yeah. And here you can see this is going to the VR. And the beauty of this is, if you have virtual reality goggles, you can watch it with the goggles as well.
Oh, you can watch it with the VR, huh?
Yeah. And like I said before, if the teacher wants to, let's say we're going to focus on, maybe it's a very basic class, and I want them to focus on what things can you see in the picture, okay? So they can say that we can see trees, we can see flowers, we can see buildings, and so forth, right?
Great, but I have a question here, please.
Yes.
Regarding the 3D bridge and also this picture.
Yes.
I can upload from the internet, okay?
Yes. Yes,
also,
but
can I create mine?
That I don't know. I don't know if you can create your own 3D experience. I think that, because I haven't tried to create it. I've just used this to show you the option. I don't know if you can create your own 3D experience. But since you can add activities, I don't see why not. You know that you can add slide and you can add activities. So I'm thinking that maybe there is the possibility. But I wouldn't be able to tell you for certain because I haven't tried it myself. I've only been working for Nearpod for like 3 months.
When I do it, I let you know. When I do it,
Sorry?
I let you know.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, did you see Hamna? Yeah, I joined.
Excellent.
Carmen,
Yes.
do you see us? Do you see the name Hamna?
Let me see where I can see my students. Oh, yeah. Yes. See, I can share my list, or I can make it private. Yeah.
That's great.
And you see down at the bottom it says hide student names.
Yeah, I cannot play the audio. Why?
Oh, you can't play the audio? How about now?
Still, I cannot make.
No, you can't play it. Okay.
No.
Can you hear it now?
No.
You can't hear it?
I can't do it too.
I think it's like a picture not moving.
Yeah, but down at the bottom there should be, you can't hear it at all?
No, no. You click it and move, but I cannot.
Oh, that's strange. Okay. I'll have to find out why that's happening, because I have a bar at the bottom. Okay, so you have the slide. It says listening on deforestation, and down at the bottom there's an audio click. So I've clicked on it, and you can't hear it. It's not moving at all?
No, it's written that the audio clip is paused on this device.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The same.
All of you have the same. Well, that's strange, because for me it's working. Okay, so let me write that down and see why that is happening. Okay. Audio paused on this device, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you on an iPad or are you on a computer?
Phones.
Oh, on your phones.
Yeah.
Device. Okay, I'll find out why. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Okay, continue going through the lesson.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Another question, please.
Yes, of course.
Regarding the text, fill in the gaps.
Yes.
You can only copy and paste, and how you choose the words that you would like to make or fill in the gap with. How can you do this?
Okay. Right now I'm in, I can't, okay, just hang on. Okay, so if, I can't minimize either. Okay, so what you do is you create a slide, okay? You go to, in the activity box, you go to fill in the blanks, okay? And there is where you copy your text either from your own Word document or directly from a news article that, for instance, is very relevant that you've seen on the internet. You copy it into the fill in the blanks, and then what you do is you highlight the blanks that you want, the words that you want to blank.
It cuts it automatically and add it to the
Yes,
bar.
it does it automatically for you. So all you have to do is you copy the text into the fill in the blank, and then you highlight the words that you want to hide. And those are the words that it automatically creates it for you. You don't have to do anything.
Great.
Okay?
Yes.
I think that what you should do, this is my advice, is that you create your free teachers account, and you play around with it. And you can even follow the different videos that they have to teach you, that Nearpod itself has created for you to follow and to learn with them. Okay, we've received training. HCT has its own. Within Blackboard, it has its own training courses, and so I've done 2 training courses with them, and right now I'm doing the 3rd training course to become a certified Nearpod teacher.
I think as an e-learning community, we are going to have our own page. And,
okay.
We are going to connect together on this page on Nearpod.
Yeah, I think that because you are in Facebook, I think that you should just look for them. Just type in the search box within Facebook. Just type in Nearpod Educators, and you'll see that the community comes up.
Yeah, that's great.
And they're constantly sharing information. You know, there's posts every single day of teachers that have questions and other teachers that help them out, and it's a very nice community, very, very nice community. They're very helpful.
Yeah, it's a great idea, a great program, and a great presenter.
Have you any more questions for me?
Yeah.
We still have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm very happy to have been here with you.
Me too. Inshallah, you'll be shocked with our contributions through Nearpod, inshallah, soon.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, I look forward to receiving them. And it's a pleasure to have met you, even though virtually.
I met the group right now. Mohammed and Hamda and Anne, we are all the e-learners here.
Excellent. I'm very happy to meet you, and I hope that we will cooperate and collaborate and share many learning experiences and create a fabulous community with all of our efforts.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. Talk to you soon.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah, and Carmen, if you can send us the Zoom recording. So
the recording, I will. I'll do that right now. Okay. Oh, and another thing with Zoom, another one of the beauties, that's why I like Zoom so much, is that we can also, if there had been many questions, you know, we had many participants, I can save the chat and even the links and so forth if they appear in the chat, and I can share that with you as well. But we didn't have many questions, so I don't have to share the chat, but I definitely will share the video with you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely evening.